Hi you guys, for those who don't know, my name is Hazel Love and I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly lighten and color your hair at home. I am a licensed cosmetologist, so when I say this is all coming from a professional standpoint, so you don't mess up your hair and have to go get it corrected. So first thing I did was put on my gloves. For my hair, I would not consider it virgin because I have had color on my hair before. I have cut off most of it, but there's still kind of bits and pieces that has color on it. Therefore, it would not be considered virgin hair, meaning just that it's been processed before. So normally you would do a patch test and a strand test. However, the products I'm about to use on my hair, I have done before. For a patch test, that is just you testing the product behind your ear, just trying to see if you would have an allergic reaction to it. For the strand test, that would be you testing a strand of your hair, seeing if it's going to, one, be able to be processed with the chemicals that you are trying to use, and two, if it's going to give you the desired result that you are looking for. For that strand test, you would do that in the inside section of your hair, typically somewhere in the back, but if I'm showing you, it'd probably be like somewhere in the middle of my hair. And that's just so, God forbid, that my hair can't handle it and it breaks off, it would be in a part that's easily hidden. So like I said, I already have my gloves on. So the very first thing I'm going to do is base my skin, which you can use. The proper way is to use skin protectant. However, I'm just going to use Vaseline because I'm not wasting my products on myself. But what you do is you just go around your perimeter, and that's just going to protect your skin from the lightener and the color. And then you do this around the entire perimeter of your hair. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to properly drape myself. So for any chemical service or wet service, you always want to do a towel, a cape, and then a towel. However, I am going to use this rag because, once again, I'm not wasting my stuff on myself. So there's that. Here is my cape. And then I will go back with this towel, but I'm going to do that at the very last second because it'll probably fall. So for me personally, this is the brand of lightener that I am going to use. If you guys can see, it is the Ultimate Blonde Deep Shine Rust Lightener. For any product, regardless of how long you have been using it, you always want to read the directions to make sure you are properly mixing it. So for this one, it says your processing time may be up to 45 minutes and the mixing ratio is 1:2. So that means I'm going to take 1 scoop of this and 2 ounces of lightener. So the processing time varies depending on what level you want your hair to lighten to. So the colors that I'm about to put on my hair are blue and lavender. And I want them very light, so I'm going to probably let it process for up to the 45. No, I'm not. I'm going to do the 30 minutes. But I am taking the 1 scoop of lightener, which is just 1 full cup of this. And you want to make sure that it is leveled. You do not want it overflowing because then that's not exactly 1 ounce. And you always want to make sure you have gloves on when you are dealing with lightener and color. But especially lightener, because lightener burns if you do not use gloves. And then you want to take a measuring cup or anything that's just 2 ounces. I use these disposable cups. They are at Dollar Tree and they are perfectly 2 ounces. And so your amount that you use, it says 1 to 2. Some brands will say 1 to 1.5 to 2. It really just depends on how thick or how loose you like your consistency. So once again, I said that it's supposed to be leveled, not overflowing. So once you pour that in, I'm just going to go ahead and mix it properly. And you just want to make sure that you get it as smooth as possible. You don't want any bubbles or any chunks of powder still in there. Now, normally when you are lightening your head, you will start in the very back quadrant. Especially if you are doing a virgin application, you would start in the very back quadrant, and you would start the mid shaft, which is just the middle of your hair. And then you will go through from the back right to the back left to the top right. And once you have done the mid shaft, you will come back and do all of the roots and ends. And you do that because the heat from your scalp is going to cause the roots to process faster. So if you do the roots at the same time, or if you do the roots first, your roots are going to end up being lighter than everything else. And your ends are typically the most porous, or they're the most easy to damage, basically. And so that's why you don't do the ends first. You always go through and do the mid shaft, and then you come back and do the roots and ends. So I'm just making sure that I got this all nice and smooth with no bubbles. For my hair, since it's so short, I'm just going to go through and do everything in one application. I'm going to turn around so you can see the back of my head, which all of it is very short. I am about to get it cut again today. So this is my mixture. If you can see, it's all nice and smooth. There's no bubbles. I'm going to go ahead and put this second cape on myself. Sorry, not second cape, second towel. There we go. And this is just because you don't want to sit there and mess up your clothes. And you practice how you play. So if you normally sit there and don't do it the right way, you're going to always end up doing it the right way. So it just makes it easier to just continuously do it the right way. Now, so you take it and you are, for me, I still like to start in the back. Obviously, I can't see the back of my head, so I go more so just by feeling. And you just want to make sure that you get everything all nice and saturated. I also went in and I shampooed my hair before I started this process. Just for me, I like to make sure that my hair is already nice and clean. And once you put the color on there, you cannot use a clarifying shampoo because clarifying shampoo strips the color. So I like to go in beforehand and just go ahead and very much and clarify my hair. Sorry. I also don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see what I'm doing. And when you do it, you want to be quick about what you do because you want to make sure that all of it processes at the same time. You don't want to take, 5-20 minutes to lighten it, and then certain parts end up lighter than others. But you also want to make sure you're efficient. So I'm going to finish lightening my hair off camera, and I will come back and I will show you the rest. All right, guys, so this is my head thus far. It is almost done. I'm gonna see if it's gonna go a little lighter. Well, honestly, I'm probably gonna go ahead and shampoo it out and go in with another round of lightener, but this is what it looks like thus far. This is the back of my head, so you can see that I got everything. So when it comes to doing lightener or color, you always want to try to, if you're going to do it at home, you want to try to make sure you have somebody else there with you, so that way they can cross-check to see if there's anything that you may have missed. So first, I showed you the brand of powder, lightener powder that I was using, but I forgot to show you the developer, which is the Rusk 40 developer. You always want to try to stay in the same brand. You don't want to sit there and use two different brands because you can't guarantee the best results that way. Every brand does not work together. So that's the first thing. But so when you apply it, of course, you want to do the 4 quadrants, which would be the back right, back left, top right. So when you apply it, you typically apply it in a left to right direction. So when you cross check, you want to go up and down. And that way you can just make sure that there was nothing that you missed. And if there was, you can go ahead and apply it and give it time to process. So for me, I do want it a little bit lighter, so I will probably go in and do another round of lightener. Once the lightener has started to get chunky, it's not going to lighten anymore. That basically means it's oxidized too much and you just need to shampoo it out. and either you can shampoo it out and, you know, apply your color or your toner straight from there, or if it's not light enough for you, you can shampoo it out and then you can go in with another round of lightener until you get to your desired level. So for me, the shampoo that I'm going to be using is the Ultimate Blonding Shampoo. It is a purple shampoo. So with the color that I am trying to get to, one, I want my starting base to be almost white. So I don't want any yellow in my hair. So you have to look at the color chart to see basically which color works best together. So like if your hair is yellow, you want to cancel out some of that yellow, you would go in with the purple shampoo. If you have green in your hair and you want to get really green, you're going with red, and vice versa. It's a whole chart which you can absolutely look up. But yeah, so I'm going to go in with that, and once I do that, I will come back and I will show you the final results of my lightening process. I will be getting my hair cut after this, so I will do a part 2 to show you guys how I color my hair. I will see you guys later. Alright guys, so this is the final result. So this is after I have went in with the purple shampoo or a toner, and this is also after the bonding treatment. And so I'm about to get my hair cut, so this is the color. So leave a comment, tell me what you guys think. This is not my final result. This is just right before I go get my hair cut. When I come back, I am going to do the color, and I will see you guys in part 2. Bye.